Hi everyone. HB Chemistry. Good to see you again. My midweek check-in. That's all this is. Really just keep on encouraging y'all to keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. As a group, things are going quite well, I think, for you when it comes down to it. That last test that we took last week on solutions, high amount of real high scores. I think that's a great thing. Like I said, expect nothing less. If you go through do the practice work, things are going to turn out pretty well for you. So good work there. Right now, as far as things go with this week, many of you I know have already started the acids bases stuff. What you see is what you get for the rest of the year. Everything is loaded. If you want to take care of things by next week, great, you're done. Okay, I mean that's completely up to you. No worries here. If you have questions, I expect you to bring those to me in Google Meets. Let's have a talk. Most of you that have stopped by, which honestly haven't been many of you, but most of you that have stopped by, I believe, have gotten good information in a short amount of time, which has helped you move on. Okay, I think it's worth it. If you get stuck on something, don't sit there and bang your head against the wall for an hour when 5 minutes on meets can help solve the problem. Okay, so that's really all I got there. Also, thank you to all of you who email me regarding potential problems that you may have seen with some of the programming, some of the what do you want to call it, assignments, quizzes, whatever. It's a big help. Sorry for those little mistakes I've made, but I've tried to fix them as soon as possible. So if something else comes up, please talk to me. What you're looking at right now would be the extended learning folder. You can see week 7, 8, and 9. Got your weekly dates there. I got due dates kind of thrown into the normal chapter 18 folder, which I'm going to navigate to now. But before you start any of the other, any particular week's assignments, get in here, read what's going on here. I think it lays things out very nicely for you, and lets you understand what you're supposed to be taking care of. So let me get back here into into where you're going to find all the regular work. So I can get this done and over with and not take up too much of your time. All right, there we go. Chapter 18, acids and bases. Forrest, don't forget if you need to see me in meets, my contact information. It should be in there. Well, most of you haven't had a chance. I didn't see it there. I thought it should be. So whatever. No big deal here. This is going to do something stupid. No, it's okay. It's good. All right. Textbook if you would need it. Notes if you really want to take a look at my old notes, but I don't think you need to. First assignment here, pretty basic. You're just watching a couple of videos there. Do not go into anything called Lewis acids and bases. That's way beyond anything we need to worry about, all right? This is just this acid base unit. It's just kind of getting your toes wet on what they are. That's really what it is. I'm not able to really dive into some of the very, very interesting nuances of all of them, but you're getting just, some of the, just, not to use the word, but basic information. All right, I know I had to do it, but it is what it is. So there you go. I got some various keys throughout the folder here for you to check your work once you've turned it in and have submitted it, and check your work to make sure you're on the right path, and you should be good. I don't have a key for the acid base indicator lab, but you'll find a kind of a longer video there going over the lab. But I think I've explained that already anyway. Just experience what's going on there, answer the questions best you can, and you should be in good shape. Now, for next week, unless you get started on early, which is great, you got the acid-base concentration assignment. You're going to want to take a look at all 4 of these videos. Take down good notes, okay? Know what a strong acid is versus a weak acid. It's all about how they mix with water. That's really it, okay? 100% dissociation versus about 5% dissociation, meaning 100% of it mixes with water or only 5% of it mixes with water. You'll see what's going on with the presenters who have kind of a little bit of a wicked sense of humor in some cases, but you're just going to have to go with it, all right? Now, you got some real calculation parts here. Have your calculators ready. You're going to take down some formulas. They go through how to do all those things. I recommend you go through the examples with them to see that you know what you're doing. Now you got an assignment that you got a lot of that stuff. You'll be fine. Get that into me by the end of next week, okay? Then you got the key there to check your work. Something called neutralization and titration. If you have time, I recommend getting through that by the end of next week as well. There's a little worksheet that goes with it. It covers all these different ideas. So a couple different questions on neutralization, a couple on titration calculations and what titrations are. Uh, Hopefully not too much trouble there, but again, talk to me in meets if you need to, if you're having issues with any of those. Okay. Getting ahead of ourselves a little bit there, but let's say you get through all that by the end of next week. You got probably one thing left. Now, if you open up your Schoology, you can't see this thing called acids-based test yet. It's kind of a little quiz, like a 20-point quiz type of thing. I got it all ready to go. We'll see how things go here for you, right? Um, that might end up popping up the beginning of our last week. Okay. But then we got the last thing here called the titration experiment. Okay. This is really your last summative. Okay. And you'll want to read through all of this stuff here. It's very detailed. I have my scoring scheme. I have the experiment that you need to do on this link right here. Okay. So either way, I'm not going to get too deep into that right now because I don't think anybody's going to finish that before I have my next message on Monday. But I will touch on it at some point. And it really mimics what is done in a real titration in a real lab extremely well. So, anyway, we're going to use it. That's going to be for sure our last summative score, regardless of whether I give you that quiz or not. So, that's all I got for you. If you have questions, see me, Google Meets. Let's go, 11 to 1, every weekday. By the way, I'll tell you next week. I'm going to be missing one day next week. But anyway, that's it. We'll see you. Bye. Maybe. It's thinking. Okay, bye now.